Okay, so good morning everyone. Welcome to my explanation video about the example of matrix division operation. So, my name is Muhammad Ramdani. I'm a information system college student at Nusa Putra University. So in this video, I will explain to you about how do we determine the C matrix in the equation A times C equals B. But before we directly jump into our example here, first we need to know what we are working on. Okay, back on the example here. I have A times C equals B. What we can see here, we have three variables of matrix here that are A, B, and C. But in one situation, we want to determine the C because the C is still unknown, right? Okay, now what we need to do first? What we need to do is we can move the side of the A from the C, okay? Because we just want to determine the C because it's still unknown, okay? So after we move the the A here, now the A on the right side, it becomes like this. Now what is this? Maybe we can move to the next step because I want to explain it all of them. Now, so what are this term here? A minus 1 and 1 divided by ADGA. What is this? So what we can see here, we have inverse A. This is called inverse, okay? Now, inverse has its own formula or way, okay? How do we determine the inverse here is uh, we need to change this into 1 divided by determinant here. This is called determinant, okay? Now this thing is a joint. Now in the next step I will explain to you all of this term here, okay? So we can study together. Okay, now we have two terms, okay, which are determinant and adjoint. First, what is determinant? We can find a determinant of a square matrix with 2 times 2 order by A times D minus B times C. Okay, so this formula right here is only for a square matrix or the matrix with 2 times 2 order. Okay, so what if you found 3 times 3 matrix? So you can just use the Sarah's rule right here. Okay. Okay, so now we have a joint. The joint of matrix is the transpose of its cofactor matrix. In example, okay, so here we have the example of a matrix. The elements are A, B, C, and D, right? So how do we join this matrix? So the simple way is we need to change between A and D, but without changing its value, right? So now, after we changing these two, A and D, now the D is on row 1, column 1. but dA is now on the row 2, column 2, okay? So we just need to move it, but without changing its value. So how about these two between D and B and C? B and C, we can just adding a minus in front of them, but without changing its position. So now it's become minus B and minus C. Okay, so after we already know what all of this, we can directly jump on the real example here. Okay, so now we are going to solve the equation. Here I have equation A equals 1, 2, minus 1, and 3. So matrix A here has 2 times 2 order, okay? Now we have the X matrix that we need to determine. And the last one is 4, 2, 1, and 3. This is matrix B, okay? Now the question is determine the X. Now how we do it? So back on the explanation before, we need to move the A. We need to move the A onto the right side with changing its value right here. Now the A is become inverse. Okay, so move on. We need to determine the inverse first. Okay, now how we do it? So first we need to put 1 divided by 1 times 3 minus 2 times minus 1. Okay, this is from here. 1 times 3, okay, minus 2 times minus 1. Now we're going to found the adjoint. So the adjoint is 3, okay, because this is here, 1 and 3 swapped its place, 3 and 1 and 2 add minus here. Now also the 1, but 1 is already minus. What if we add a minus with a minus? It becomes a plus. So the 1 just become a 1. Now this is the B. Okay, move on. So after we calculate the determinant here, it becomes 1 per 5. Okay. Now next step is we need to multiply the fraction here with the adjoint A. So it will become 3 per 5 minus 2 per 5, 1 per 5, and 1 per 5. Okay, after we multiply the determinant and the adjoint, now we multiply the result here and the B. Okay, how do we do multiply this right here? So we just need to multiply the row and the column here. So for example, 3 per 5 times by 4. So it will become 12 per 5. Okay. Now move on with the minus 2 per 5 multiply with 1. So it will become minus 2 per 5 and so on. Now after we multiply these numbers here, we need to calculate the fraction here. 12 per 5 plus minus 2 per 5. It will become 10 per 5, which is 2. Now here, 6 per 5 plus minus 6 per 5. It will become 0. Now right here, 4 per 5 plus 1 per 5. Now it will become 5 per 5, which is 1. Now the last one is 2 per 5 plus 3 per 5. And also it will become 5 per 5, which is 1. So we have the answer here. So the elements of the X matrix is 2, 0, 1, 1. Okay, so that is the explanation of the example of division operation matrix. Now, so I think that's it pretty much for my explanation here. I hope you can understand and never stop learning. And until you soon. Thank you.